Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today we're going to be getting into your weekly tarot messages, Capricorns, for the days August 9th to the 15th, darling. So if you find any cards that resonate with you, Capricorn, in this weekly tarot reading, be sure to let me know in the comments below, because that's how I keep up with you. Also, if you do enjoy this tarot reading today, Capricorn, or you just enjoy my vibe, I'd really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, Capricorn, and I do so appreciate it when you guys take that extra step to do that for me. But remember, darling, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the cards that resonate, Capricorn, leave what doesn't. I believe tarot readings are just here to give you some food for thought, a perspective for you to be considering, but never making the choices in your life, because it's your life to live, darling, not mine and not these tarot cards. Remember that always. So with all that being said, Capricorn, and my janky camera work, right? Girl, let's just get into your weekly tarot reading today, Capricorn. So we're going to be doing 3 rows for you, Capricorn. We're going to be doing your starting energy this week of how this week is just going to be looking for you. So we have the Chariot card stepping forward for this fabulous card to be having. And then Capricorn, we're going to be getting into the good things that are in the works for you. And then we have the Tower card coming in for that energy. We're not to dissect that, darling. And then for the messages just from your general spirit guides, darling, for the week, Capricorn, we have the Empress card stepping forward. So, girl, all major arcanas for this week. So this is really showcasing, Capricorn, just how intense this week is for you. I always say whenever I see a bunch of major arcanas, I always know that there's big transitions. If the Tower card isn't self-explanatory enough, darling. But yeah, Capricorn, let's get into this Chariot energy first. This is a card that says, firstly, direction and willpower. So definitely, this is a card of like perseverance. This is usually an affirming message, Capricorn, of you know, taking the path less traveled because it just feels right to you personally. And this is kind of like an affirmation message, Capricorn, where you're just like, no, continue doing this, right? This is your calling. You are doing the right thing, even if there's like everything else in the world around you is making you feel like you're not doing the right thing, or that you're not progressing enough, or whatever the narrative is for you, Capricorn. So let's get into this tarot reading, darling, right? Let's get into the juice of this. Let's see. I don't know why I got into the habit of like wanting to show you guys, ooh, honey, these shuffles now, Capricorn, but I kind of like it now. So let's get into this. Capricorn, literally, you can go and check on Virgos, you can check on Tauruses. Like, I literally have been saying 7 of Swords, and I've been using different decks. Literally, 7 of Swords has been popping out for every freaking sign, Capricorn, every freaking sign. And so, before I even get into this, Chariot's in the back of the deck energy, by the way, so really honoring the sense of where it is you're going. You're getting a lot of also this sense, Capricorn, when you see a bunch of Chariot cards, this is a sense of a lot of things being thrown at you at once as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if this week, Capricorn, if you have some feelings of feeling overwhelmed, because naturally, especially with all these cards, darling, you're going through a lot of life lessons, you're going through a lot of teachings, we'll just say, of the universe, darling, in quick succession. Some of those things can be good things, right? So because a lot of this showcases blessings as well, but also it's going to be showcasing some challenges. Sometimes those blessings are packaged in challenges, right? Sometimes those lessons are just a little bit, you know, they sting. So we continuing on with the clarifications. We have the 7 of Swords, as well as the King of Pentacles coming in here, Capricorn, and then we have the Moon card. My gosh, the amount of major arcana that's just popping up in your reading, Capricorn, is just insane. So let's dive into this, Capricorn. So for you guys, I really do get this sense here of I almost feel as if this King of Pentacles, Capricorn, is this sense of like help coming to you, right? I feel as if this is where I always say, like, with the 7 of Swords, this is like an analogy I like to use of where, you know, and how I feel like we all have had that point, Capricorn, where it's like we make a trip to the grocery store, and then park the car and then we're just like, oh, let's just try to get all the groceries in one go, darling, right? And then on your way with like trying to do that, a bag rips, darling, or just like a can of like tomatoes just freaking fall out, right? This is the sense of that energy, right? That's the Seven of Swords, where it's like things kind of like being, ugh, right? Now, so it really hones into the fact of just like overwhelmedness. And so the Moon card and the King of Pentacles coming in here. Now I know most readers, Capricorn, would take this energy as being like, oh, this is your energy. But I actually don't feel like this is your energy, Capricorn. In fact, I feel like your energy is quite literally the Chariot card, because it just keeps on making its presence known. I feel like you identify with the Chariot. I feel like that's your storyline. That's your archetype for the week, is the Chariot. I oddly enough feel as if it's some other. Now the cop out would be just like, oh, maybe it's an earth sign. I did just misspeak and say Taurus, darling, right? But it is some of that, at the very least, exudes the attributes of a King of Pentacles, which is, you know, building that sturdy foundation. Capricorn, it's all about just building something up, building up an empire, bringing forth stability, right? With whatever, but it doesn't matter the setting, the King of Pentacles brings forth some stability, some groundedness. And so with the Moon card under this as well, this is kind of an energy of where it's kind of coming in out of seemingly nowhere. So Capricorn, let's dive into this a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more detail with this King of Pentacles. What is this all about? Okay. So the cards that we have going on for you, Capricorn, is the Nine of Cups with the Four of Wands. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So naturally, I do feel like I'm really affirming this message, Capricorn, of like something or someone coming towards you, albeit slowly, right? But I feel like you've been manifesting this. Now, Capricorn, this is where we have to like categorize this. This is where you have to use your intuition, Capricorn. But I feel like, you know, for some people, it's going to look like business, straight up business. It's kind of hard to say, Capricorn, just because it's just a lot of pentacle energy. So it could just be like your energy, earth energy influencing this. But I don't think so. I feel like it could just be business for some, could be romance for other people, my Capricorns, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, Capricorn, right? Because the Nine of Cups, if you look into the meaning of the card, I'm not just saying it's whatever you want it to be, darling, right? No, the Nine of Cups literally, and by definition, by the book, if we're going to be going there, darling, intuitive and all that aside, Capricorn, the Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment, right? It's something that you know, and a wish is quite literally what it is that you've been wanting, right? Some of you guys have just been wishing for that abundance, right? You've been wanting that cash money, honey. Other you guys, you want some love, right? Whatever the case may be. Four of Wands here comes in this sense of where help is on the way. And it's something that you've been wanting for a long time. It's something, definitely, I feel like it's a bigger picture on things, right? With the Four of Wands here, this is the card, and really, again, for my singles, Capricorn, really hones in on this message. But I digress. This is really very much so, whatever the case may be for you, it's a lot of forward progression, but in the whole grand scheme of things, it's not just like the immediate reward on things where it's just like a small amount of short gratitude. It's the sense of really like drastically shifting things where it's like bold enough to say, but it's just like your whole entire future changes, right? Like your just future like greatly is altered by what comes forward by this wish being granted, right? But when you think about it, it's in the sense like these people are getting married, right? Ooh, that voice crack, honey. But Capricorn, yeah, like the moment they get married, like the rest of their, like the whole future changes from that decision, right? So you get the point. This happens anytime I start really talking a lot, Capricorn. So now, darling, let's get a tarot card for this, or tarot card. Let's get an oracle card, Capricorn, and see what this is about. Also, so we can get a number for you, honey. We have the Frog Spirit coming in here, number 28, equaling to 1. So this card says clearing out the clutter for you, Capricorn. So what does this clutter look like for you in your life? So did I tell you to write down the number 1, Capricorn, for numerology later? Don't think I didn't catch you. So the Frog Spirit coming in, clearing out the clutter. So what does that clutter look like for you, Capricorn? Is it your actual physical space? You know, a lot of people's mental health is heavily dependent on like what their physical environment looks like around them. If I, you know, this is my bedroom, right? If I had a messy bedroom, then I'm not going to be nearly as motivated to do work, right? For some of you guys, it may just be clutter in terms of, if this is all about romance, do you have any type of like clutter that's keeping your heart closed off, right? Do you have some stuff that you need to unpack with a therapist, darling, Capricorn? And all, you the best, Capricorn. Just keep that in mind. So now, darling, let's get into this doozy, darling, Capricorn. Let's get into the good things in the works for you. And funnily enough, starting with the Tower card, right? The Tower card, disruption and conflict, right? So we're gonna have to, admittedly, Capricorn, get into some clarifiers on what this is even talking about, because, honey, it's already a lot to be unpacking, darling, right, with this Tower card. So this is, this is to me already right off the bat, right? This kind of gives us a clean slate when you think about it, right? This gives us a clean slate to be working with. So even if we were to piggyback off of the first spread, Capricorn, where it's like the rest of your life changes, this is really just, again, I just feel like it's kind of like a clean slate. You're not really trying to build off of something that's already there. You're doing something completely new. So let's get some clarifiers on this. Starting with the Strength card coming in, Major Arcana, and it has to be the Strength card, Capricorn. Oh my gosh. So, Capricorn, I cannot sit here and with a straight face, well, I can't ever since I'm not straight, but I cannot sit here, Capricorn, with a straight face and tell you that this is going to be a sunshiny week for you. I do feel like whatever it is that you're trying to get, your ultimate goal, that 9 of Cups, whatever it is that you've been wishing for, in order to get from point A to point B, darling, some drastic changes need to happen, right? Some things that you need to be working on yourself, right? The Strength card all talks about shadow work, darling. So you need to be looking into that yourself, Capricorn. And, again, that frog spirit now coming in real clearly, darling. It's like, what do you need to be released in, darling? So then we have the Queen of Wands. I like this. One more. We have the High Priestess. My gosh, Capricorn. Y'all are so greedy. I'm kidding. I'm playing with you, Capricorn. Capricorn is just like, y'all have all these major arcana just for yourself, darling. But this is really just, again, really highlighting the fact, Capricorn, of just major transitions for you. Life-altering decisions being made. Life-altering just actions happening. So in this sense here, Queen of Wands, High Priestess card, and the Strength card, there is this sense of really, Capricorn, of where it's like just breaking out of your shell with something that's just keeping you resistant, right? For some Capricorns, like living out your dream off the grid on a farm, raising some pigs, honey, maybe even have like a camel, donkeys, darling, right? Whatever your program, some chickens, honey. Maybe that's your dream. But the only way to get there is like maybe some of you guys have to lose your job and be pushed to the point where you're just like, you know what? Since all this is going up in flames, I might as well just continue, like, put the nail in the freaking coffin, or light a match to this as well, darling, and do away with it, since all this is being chaotic anyways. You may be pushed into this position of where you have to leave the nest, right? Queen of Wands. And I do kind of feel like that for you. So I have to be honest, Capricorn, the thing that you're really wanting, gonna have to make some big adjustments, right? You're gonna have to be uncomfortable to get there. But I feel like I would suspect that you guys already know this, but I just have to be honest, right? I can't be selling you guys a fairy tale, Capricorn. So, honestly, I don't feel like we need to even get clarifiers for this. So I'm gonna close that off with a oracle card, Capricorn, right? I'm like just looking at this, honey. I'm just like, I don't feel like I need to really like pull any cards on that. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, don't you think, Capricorn? This is where I give you permission to yell at me in the comments, be like, oh, I wish you pulled more, Velca. So full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in the way. Ooh. So Capricorn, I ain't gonna touch on this too much, honey, because your pride might get in the way with this as well. But also this card tried to come out, Five of Swords. So, maybe this is, I always say, a card of disengaging, right? People are being petty here. What does Miss Michelle Obama say, honey? When they go low, we go what, honey? We go mother freaking high, right? And so that's that sense, right? Where you don't let your pride get in the way. Let them say their things, right? Obviously, that's going to be only for a specific few. Your pride may be looking in other ways for other people, right? Your pride may be looking like you don't want people to see you struggle, right? Kind of in the sense, really, Leo really coming in strong here, very much so Leo energy, and kind of shares the same message. What is your shot? What is it that you need to do work on in yourself, essentially, Capricorn, right? So Now, honey, Capricorn, let's get into your spirit guide messages for this week. We have the Empress card, Libra energy. I only pointed out just because I'm a Libra. And this card says centered and abundant, Capricorn. So definitely a week of just really making it a point to stay grounded. And trusting that abundance is coming to you. Because when you think about the Empress not only represents fertility, that's why she's a little baby, darling, right? But you think about having that the process to have that baby. It's like presumably 9 months of pregnancy, right? So Capricorn, you maybe just going through your pregnancy phase, right? Those pants don't fit, those jeans don't fit right, that shirt ain't looking right on you, honey. You can just say, darling, it's just like, you know what? Don't worry, I'm just going through my pregnancy phase. I'm getting, it's from an artist, I kid you not. Her name is Jungle Pussy, look her up. And she has a phrase, she says a line that says pregnant with success, honey. That's next time when your jeans don't fit, honey, just be like, oh, I'm the Empress, darling. I'm pregnant with success. I'm so successful. I'm building up such success, darling, that it's just affecting my waistline, honey. Ridiculousness, huh? So let's get into this. Let's get some clarifiers, Capricorn. Capricorn, I swear to gosh, you guys are taking every single freaking major arcana, the Fool card, which I feel like is kind of natural. Like, this is to be expected, darling, when you have the Tower moment. But what was I just saying beforehand? I was saying that clean slate with this, right? And so this is really affirming this. That's why the Fool is associated with the number 0, because you're stepping into a completely new journey, nothing that you've known before. You're just starting fresh, essentially. 10 of Swords, putting a closure. 8 of Pentacles. You're like, it's almost as if Capricorn, you're learning from whatever hurt you from the past or whatever was keeping you down, right? You're taking those experiences, you're taking those scars, you're taking those bruises, and you're allowing it to elevate you, Capricorn. And that's the move that I feel like you guys need to just continue doing, Capricorn. I see a lot of success in y'all's future, truly. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, I see a lot of success into it, but just be aware of the fact that the success comes with a lot of destruction, a lot of things being upheaved for this. So easier said than done, but at least take this as an affirming sign. If things are looking chaotic in your life right now, darling, just know that you're pregnant with success. If that waistline ain't looking like how it was 2 years ago, darling, pregnant with success. I love you so much, Capricorn. Thank you so much for allowing me to just run my mouth to you for this tarot reading. If you found any cards helpful, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe, Capricorn. And I promise you, I'm a lot more enjoyable in private readings and not nearly as ridiculous in private readings. So if you'd like to book a private reading with me, Capricorn, my website's linked down below, SimplyVelca.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all just being SimplyVelca, honey. And yeah, if you have a friend that's into some tarot cards, Capricorn, send them my videos as well. So maybe they'll find a tarot message that helps them. Be sure to make a wish on the special 1111 stone, my beautiful Capricorn, and I will connect with you hopefully next week, if not sooner, darling. I love you so much, Capricorn.